Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. I welcome you to English grade 8 video lessons. I'm your instructor Zia Hamid. I hope that you're doing well. My dear learners, we are at our unit number 2 by the title of Greenhouse Effect and Our World. This will be our lecture number 2 with the competency of grammar. So now let's read our students' learning outcome and see that what are we going to do in this lesson. So our students' learning outcome or SLO is recognize and correct inappropriate shifts in pronoun number and person. So now let's see what we are supposed to do. We will recognize and correct the inappropriate shifts or often the mistakes that we make while using our pronoun antecedent in pronoun number and also for persons. So this is a vertical linkage of our this SLO with the previous grade that you have already gone through. I hope that you have remembered most of it till now. It's time for a brainstorming session. Today we have a question of brainstorming, that what do we do to avoid repetition of noun in speech and writing. So, my dear learners, I hope that you have understood the question, that in order to avoid repetition of the nouns, we use another replacement of the noun. I hope that you have remembered it. Pause the video, think about it, and then we can understand the answer. Yes, we use pronouns to replace the nouns and to avoid repetition of the same noun again and again. Now, after this quick interesting brainstorming session, let's talk about pronoun antecedent. Let's see what we are understanding today. So from your book we have pronoun antecedent agreement. The word antecedent means something that precedes something else. So in language, it is the word that pronoun refers back to. Since the pronoun replaces the noun, it must agree with its antecedent in terms of gender, number, and person. So the keyword here is antecedent. It means that it is preceding something forward with something that is behind. So it precedes it. So such pronouns that precedes the noun before is called a pronoun antecedent. Now we will see it in both gender, number, and also person. Now let's see an example. The man said that his lost child was found. So here the bold words, let's circle them first. This noun and this pronoun has a agreement, it has a connection. This pronoun is preceding this noun, the man. So we can say that this kind of pronoun in a sentence is called a pronoun antecedent. Let's see some general rules for using our pronoun antecedents. Antecedent and pronoun must match in number, person, for example first, second, or third, and gender. We have singular antecedent with singular noun, pronoun, singular pronoun. With plural antecedent, we have noun with plural pronoun. For example, Alex is a singular third person, or he is a singular third person. So when we say Alex is a nice boy, he is always studying, we know that Alex with he is used because they are both addressing the third person singular. Now, marbles are plural third person. The noun is plural form and it is used with third person. So that's how we use our antecedent pronoun, because it is also in our third person narration. So we have to be careful with using our singular pronoun with singular antecedent and plurals with plurals, and also the first, second and third person. We will also be careful about gender. If the person is a male, then we will use the pronoun of male, like his or him. If the person is female, then we will use um, the word her for the antecedent pronoun. So this is how we have seen them in both our gender, number and persons. So let's take a quick look at the note that we have added about gender. If you aren't sure of the gender of the antecedent, we should use she or he like this with a slash. If we are not familiar with the gender, we can use this thing in our sentence. We can also use him or her as the pronoun. For example, the police officer always carries his/her badge when on duty. So we are not familiar with the gender of the officer here. We will use his/her with a slash. Things and animals don't have gender use. It's to refer to non-human object or groups. Just like we are doing this, but with animals we cannot do a slash or his or her or it or its. For example, the team won its game. So we know that team is not specified with any gender, hence we have only used its. Now, after understanding about the rules for gender, now let's see a first person refers to self. For example, these pronouns I and me are of the first person. It is referring to you. Its plural will be we. For second person, we use person or thing speaking to. In this case, it is you, and the plural is also you. For third person, we use someone or thing that's separate from you. For example, he, she, it, or nouns referring to he, she, or it. The plurals will be they or nouns referring to they. So this is a very interesting and important chart that you should remember for using the first, second and third person narratives. Now, let's start with an activity and you have to spot the mistake or the error. My dad and I walked to their house. So can you tell me what is wrong with this sentence? You should take a moment to think about it. You can reread the sentence and think about what is wrong with it. Yes, this is what is wrong, and it should be my dad and I walked to their house. So it should be there. So this is how we use our pronoun antecedent in a correct way. Now, his mother helped him learn how to walk. So, can you see what is wrong with this one? His mothers helped him learn how to walk. I need you to think about it and come up. If there's an error, you can spot it. If there's no error, then you can simply discuss it with your fellow or tell it to your teacher. Let's move forward with Another sentence that we have, my mother is the best. She loves me so much. So we know that this pronoun is pronoun antecedent because it is preceding this noun, my mother. So hence, this is a pronoun antecedent. Now it's time for you to watch a simulation video. You can watch it later or anytime. This will help you understand more about your pronoun antecedent. Here we have a classroom activity for your understanding. Let's read it. So this is your question number B. You have to choose the pronoun that agrees with its antecedent in each sentence below. So the pronouns are given. You have to read it and see if they are agreeing with together. Now, here is a worksheet attached. Furthermore, we have your homework in which you have to make sentences in your notebook using correct rules of pronoun antecedent. It is very simple. I hope that you will have no problem solving this homework. Now we are here at the end with our resources like our worksheet, a presentation, our question bank, skill sheet, and also a lesson plan. These are available in the description of the video. You can easily access them. I hope that you have fully grasped the concept of using pronouns and specifically pronoun antecedent. Why do we use it and how we can use it in different obviously with numbers, gender and person, with first, second and third person, and also we saw some examples, we spot some errors. Now thank you for listening. Till the next video lesson, Allah Hafiz.